Good morning.
Good morning.
What a beautiful day for a park dedication. Very excited to be here with you this morning as we dedicate Mirror Lake and all of the improvements that we've made here at this park. Today we're going to celebrate many great improvements here at this historical location. We're going to celebrate safety improvements that we've made. We're going to celebrate additional lighting, additional signage. We're also going to celebrate a first for this lake, and for the first time, pedestrians, joggers, folks that are exercising on the trail are able to walk entirely around the lake, which is a huge improvement, an improvement that we've had requests for many, many years. We've also enhanced the landscape. We've used Florida-friendly landscape plants. We've also added plazas, as we're currently using right now. This project, we worked with many of the stakeholders that are here around the park, and I think we've come up with a product that we can all be very, very proud of. Before we get started, there are a few folks I'd like to recognize. I will start with my right. I would like to recognize our mayor, Mayor Rick Kreisman. I would like to recognize our deputy mayor, Dr. Kanika Tomlin. I'd like to recognize our council chair, Councilmember Bill Dudley. I'd like to recognize Councilmember Wingay Newton. To my left, I would like to recognize Councilmember Jim Kennedy. I would like to recognize two important guests, our former council members. We've got Councilmember Danner and Councilmember Curran. Before we publicly get blasted, we do not have any pelican boats on the lake this morning. That would be an optional phase for down the road. Next, I would like to invite to the podium our mayor, Mayor Rick Kreisman.
Thank you, Mike. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Well, once again, the sun is shining on this great city. You know, this project took a lot of work by a lot of different people, and I want to give a special thanks to everyone associated with the city of St. Petersburg, every employee who had a hand in creating and recreating this beautiful park. We are really blessed in this city to have incredible people who work for the city, who are committed to this city every day and give their heart and their soul to making this community a better place for all of us to live. And to all of them, I want to say thank you. And this project really lives up to our vision for what this city can be in providing the best quality of life that we can, and that it really respects our past while embracing our future. And when you look at this beautiful park and the ability, as Mike was talking about, to now walk all the way around, which is an opportunity for incredible exercise, but more so, it's the opportunity to really enjoy what we offer here in this community and the vistas that we have and the beauty of this park, and someday the boats that will be on this lake, which I think is a really cool idea. But really, it's just, this is what it's all about, is taking something that's always been there and really highlighting it, enhancing it, and making it even better so that this community can enjoy it. Again, thank you to everyone involved. Just bravo, just a fantastic job. Thank you.
Next, I would like to invite Council Chair Bill Dudley to the podium.
Well, again, I will apologize again for not having the pelican boats, but I think what's important here is these two former members of council were really pushed this. I know Leslie pushed this thing so hard, and she was kind of the force behind us all getting, involved in this. And what's unique about this, and real briefly, is this at one time was the center of St. Petersburg. This was a reservoir where we got our drinking water. Well, not we. I wasn't here then, but although sometimes I feel that old, but that was St. Pete High School, And this was a mecca of all kinds of activities and things going on in our city. And to see it kind of get, over the years, has been kind of dormant, just laid here. It was, oh, you know, this Mirror Lake, and it was it. And then through some people who had some vision, and Leslie and Jeff, you know, to push, you know, this is something we need to do. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Shirley O'Sullivan, who is actually the mayor of Mirror Lake. And she was actually the prime force here that really, she held all the... Brian Wilder, okay? And I will tell you that we organized cleanup days, and we come down here, and Shirley always had, you know, food for everybody, all the workers, and we had Lakewood High School's club came in here, and they were out in the little boats paddling around. They were picking up trash in the lake, and they were also planting some water plants and stuff. So, you know, it's really truly been a community effort, even though a lot of us don't live in this district and this area. We come here for the beauty of it. And I've been watching this as it's been growing, and I was so tickled to death that when I drove by a couple of weeks ago and I saw the completion, and boy, what a difference. And this will be, when we get our downtown waterfront master plan all done, and this kind of links into all that, and I think this is really going to be a very up-and-coming place. This gives people, Lisa Wanamaker, whose shop is right over here, gives her a chance at lunchtime to go out. She can walk around the lake now, you know, all the way around without having to go stop and turn around and come back. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, thank you all for being here, and know that this belongs to all of us, and it is a great day today. And I want the mayor, you know, sun shines here, that's true. Moi, I am the guy in charge of weather. Thank you all.
3, 2, 1, cut.
This is a super exciting day for us. I think you can see why. We're in a new facility. We're growing at an astounding pace. And before I tell you why it's so exciting, I want to introduce a couple of the dignitaries here. Mayor Kreisman, thank you for joining us today. Dr. Law, President of St. Pete College. They've been a wonderful partner of ours. I believe Senator Jeff Brandes is here somewhere. We also have Vice Chair of City Council Steve Cornell, City Councilman Jim Kennedy, City Councilman Newton. We also have City Councilman Carl Nurse here. Alex Sink was here earlier. She was the former CFO of the state of Florida. Deputy Mayor Kanika Tomlin. Deputy Urban Affairs, Nikki Capehart. Thank you for coming, taking the time out of your day. This is an exciting day, not only because it's Friday, but because it's an opportunity to pause and reflect. When you're in a company like this, you're running 1,000,000 miles an hour, and you don't really do that often enough. So the pause and reflect has to do with the fact that 5 years ago, we set some really audacious goals to change the way power is distributed in buildings and controlled for lighting, just a small goal, but also to disintermediate a 130-year-old supply chain of how product is brought to market. It's a high-tech product. We're a high-tech product company. We're not just a lighting company. We're the infrastructure behind it. And with that, coming into an established industry that's been the same since Edison invented the first light bulb, is a high-tech product's not going to work in that supply chain. So we've had to create our own of sorts. Our technology is disrupting the status quo, and the great thing is it's working. Right, the next step in our company is massive growth. We have some of the biggest brands in North America coming to us now. They're calling us up. This is really an inflection point because of that. We have set the foundation. We have absolutely incredible employees. They've been dedicated, that work incredible hours, and that's what it's taken to get to where we can now deliver on the promises we made a couple years ago at the Museum of Fine Arts, which is making product in America, exporting it out of the state and out of the country, and we're starting to get volumes that are very soon going to be quite impressive. We also made a commitment to creating jobs. We are creating manufacturing jobs, high-tech jobs, and management jobs right here on this corner. We've also engaged local contract manufacturers like Dytech and Jabil. We've engaged fabricators, we've engaged lighting designers, architects, engineers. We've engaged electrical contractors, low voltage contractors. The point being is that when a company establishes roots and is growing, it's just not the head count that's created here on this corner, but it's throughout the whole community. It is really satisfying to see that happen. Our partnership with St. Pete College is reflective and points out the fact that it isn't just the employees that are building LumaStream, but it's an entire city. I made a statement that it takes more than a village to raise a company. It takes a city, it takes a state. And that's exactly how this has played out. It's been the business leaders, it's been academia, it's been local government, it's been investors. You can't do this. You can't come in and take on an enormous industry without putting out quite a bit of capital to get some runway to profitability. And the investors, a lot of them local, have provided that capital, and in turn we have a responsibility to give them an outstanding return. We only need a few million more and we will have profitability and be on our way as an independent, profitable company. I want to next introduce the mayor of our city. He's the mayor of the fourth largest city in this state. He was elected on January 14th. He was a member of the House, Florida House, for 6 years. He has deep roots and commitment into Florida and this city in particular, which is evidenced in all the great things that he's doing. We're very pleased that you were elected. He also went to University of Florida and Stetson Law School. So with that, I would like to introduce a resident and a friend of our city, Mayor Kreisman.
Thank you, Eric, and good afternoon, everyone. I too will try and keep my remarks brief as you all are cooking here in the sun, as once again here in St. Petersburg, the sun is shining on all of us. And it's shining here today in particular because we are celebrating a great company that is committed to being an outstanding community partner. I want to thank you, Eric, and I want to thank your entire team and your board for seeing the potential the company has to grow and to prosper here in St. Petersburg. And quite frankly, I feel like I've had a front row seat to watching you grow. And I will forever be grateful to you, to your company, to my friend Kyle, for the beautiful lights that you have installed to help make our monument at the Heroes of the St. Pete Police, the monument, so spectacular at night at Demon's Landing, and we thank you for that. LumaStream is really a model, and it should serve as a model. It's been unique and creative, and they have welcomed an opportunity to grow the talent they need to expand their company here locally by entering into a unique partnership with St. Pete College. And I thank Bill Law for his leadership. We are very fortunate to have him leading St. Pete College. Training our next generation of workforce is essential to growing our economy, and I applaud you for your focus, for your effort, and your innovation. And we're here at in a wonderful location which really sits in the city's enterprise development zone. And this program encourages growth and development in our urban areas, and LumaStream is really a great example of the quality projects and expansion that can be realized by utilizing these opportunities. So in concluding, I want to thank you all again for being here. Thank you to LumaStream for your investment in our community, your faith in our community, and I can't wait to watch you grow. Thank you.
Next is Dr. Law. This is an incredible man. Peter Betzer, who's a community leader here, had an idea that LumaStream moving into this economic enterprise zone, and also St. Pete College coming in with a new campus, why shouldn't we work together? So 60 days after we had our first idea brainstorm, we had a memorandum of understanding signed. And Dr. Law said to me, we're going to move as fast as you do. And I thought, academia moving as fast as a hyper-growth Silicon Valley style company. He says, you call me personally if we don't. And sure enough, in a few short months, we have a classroom built. You can go visit it, where students are trained to get certification for operating high-tech manufacturing equipment. And they had a class of 11 students. We hired 3 of them. They've been fantastic. And the balance are well-trained to get jobs at just about any kind of place manufacturing with those types of machinery, because there's a huge deficit in this country of that, due to the fact that manufacturing is coming back to the United States from China. And things have changed a little bit in those couple decades. Things are high-tech now. So this is an amazing partnership that has been very, very successful, and we look forward to many more classes coming through and hiring a number of those students. Dr. Law is very passionate about workforce development. He's the 6th president of St. Pete College, and he believes, as we do, that everybody should have access to education, and that socioeconomic boundaries should not stop that. The finances that are required to get there shouldn't stop that. And so St. Pete College is providing college education and degrees. It's also providing very valuable certifications. I don't care if somebody went to college. If they know how to run these machines, they have a good paying job and a career path. With that, I'd like to introduce Dr. Law.
Well, thank you very much. You know, as a younger student, I did a junior abroad in Spain. And when you bought a ticket to the bullfight, you very carefully read it, because it either said sol or sombra. Sol meant you were going to sit in the sun. Sombra meant you were going to sit in the shade. So we'll try to do this with style and grace. Eric, thank you very much. We have enjoyed the partnership. At St. Petersburg College, we have 33,000 students. We have thousands of employees. We have a $150 million budget. So the message from the top has to be consistent and clear. Our definition of student success is that students finish what they start. So working with LumaStream, we put together an idea of how we might do some workforce development differently, how we might start together and finish together at the same time, how our students could benefit by not just our instruction, but by being part of the operation itself. And we sit here today with the first results. the students have made it to the finish line. We put the medal around their neck, we congratulate them, and we say, what's next? So thank you very much for that. Give yourselves a hand, okay? I want the story that Eric told to be repeated. We do not have to move at a snail's pace. We can, in fact, meet the needs of business and industry on a timely basis, step by step, every way. Eric, there's more to that story. Our guys came and said, they're ready to deliver our stuff, and they're not quite ready to take it, okay? So I'll show you the bill for storing it, okay? And we were glad to be ahead of the curve. Listen, we are, as you know, you don't have to go very far down the street to see our major commitment. And that'll be a lot more than 3 students that you see in that new facility just literally a couple of blocks from here. And we stand ready with you, Eric, Mr. Mayor. We're gonna change the sociology of places that can benefit from our good offices and your good offices, and Eric, the wonderful investment of private sector like yourself. Thank you all for being here today.
The students that we hired from St. Pete College, can you raise your hands? We have Brian, Brandon, and Frank. They're going to be helping making product that actually goes into the new Midtown campus down there. That's pretty neat.